If I saw you in heaven. Oh, that sun's a little too spot on. Maybe it's perfect. Maybe a beam of light is what we want. Maybe that. I don't know. Part of me wants to show the little waterfall I got going behind me. Right by a little dam. Kind of pretty, but you might not be able to really see it. Maybe I should just chill right here. Out of the sun. River behind me. Sun popping just so through the trees. Good morning, Lily. How are you today? How are you today, Lily? I'm at an exciting location. I'm at Lucaby's, the bank location in Columbus, Indiana, and about to enjoy a cup of coffee. I think I might have done this show on TikTok. I used to do this show on TikTok almost every day, and switched over to YouTube. And I think the very first time I went back on TikTok was in Columbus, Indiana, was almost right at this same spot along the river at Lucaby Coffee in Columbus. I had tried to get on YouTube and there was audio issues and I just couldn't deal with it anymore. So I decided to hop on and join you here. It's a muggy day. It's a warm day. This is a warm night. Let me tell you, it was a warm night. Seems kind of pretty to be alongside this little creek, this little dam area with water going over the dam and the sound of the water splashing. Just got my coffee, and I don't know if you've seen it in some various coffee shops. I've seen it where they kind of divide the tip jar into two spots where you get to, I don't know, put your buck that you're tipping in either spot and cast a vote for one thing or the other. Kind of make a game out of tipping, I guess. And they had Bob Marley or Bob Dylan were the choices. What would you guys choose? Bob Marley or Bob Dylan as far as musicians you like, you care about? Actually, I came down to saying, well, I don't really like Bob Dylan. You know, I'm not a huge reggae fan. I'm not ever going to pretend to be. But again, I eventually said I don't like Bob Dylan. I mean, it's nothing personal. Kind of reminds me of my ex-sister-in-law. She used to love him. She named her first child Dylan. That's how much she loved him. But yeah, I'm just not a huge, I'm honestly not a huge Bob Marley fan. Reggae's kind of nice. Kind of something. But anyway, good morning to you. My coffee is so filled, it's kind of bursting out the sides. I asked if they had any hazelnut coffee, and the girl in there said, we have various flavorings we can add. And I go, no, I don't want a flavoring. Do you know what I mean? Does anyone feel that way? Like if you have the hazelnut roasted into the coffee bean, it seems okay, but if they're going to squirt a chemical to give me a artificial flavor. And maybe they just soak the hazelnut coffee bean in that same artificial flavoring. Maybe they do. They very well could do it. I don't know. But I didn't want them pumping in some flavoring. It's not what I was looking for. So I said, no, I'll just take it black. And she filled it quite high, which I appreciate. And then when I added a little cream, it's dangerously high. But anyway, as I was saying, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Tuesday morning. It is June 30th. It is It's kind of funny. I'm at this location because I wanted to avoid the sounds of the downtown. The last couple days, I don't know, yesterday I started going live, and as soon as I hit the live button, like an alarm went off. And it went on for like, I don't know, maybe 2 minutes, but it felt like 20. And I was wondering if it was ever going to stop, and then garbage trucks and people coming up and saying hi, which I appreciate the people saying hi. Hey, Frank Francis, you're the man. You know you're the man. You know you're the man, Frank Francis. Your name can't really be Frank Francis. It just dawned on me. Because Frank is short for Francis. I mean, it could be. Maybe your parents weren't very creative and they go, well, his last name's Francis. Let's call his first name Francis, and he can go by Frank. So on your birth certificate, it might read Francis Francis. Wouldn't that be weird? Would not that be weird? You're Frank for sure. That's what I thought. And as I say often, I'm a pretty busy guy. I like to shorten things as much as possible. So instead of alluding to you as Frank Francis going forward, maybe I'll just, to save time, for expediency's sake, change it to Frank. Why don't you send me one of those handsome sombreros and mustaches again, and I'll run a test to see if I do it. Just kidding. But anyway, as I was saying, my name's Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Tuesday morning. It is June 30th. It is 7:26 a.m. Happy Tuesday. Coffee with Ken is a show that I've done for quite some time. It is a show about me talking. It is a show about me sharing some feelings, sharing a little bit about the ups and downs we have in life, kind of sharing the adventure of one man as he travels down his path. Hello, Christy from Baton Rouge. How are you? I was hoping we'd get a viewer on from Baton Rouge today. You know, I wasn't sure we would, but I was hopeful. And Christy, you're making my dream come true. So thank you for that. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, you know it's not just a show about me talking. You know it's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. It's not hazelnut. It's just what they got. I could have put those chemicals in it, but again, I chose not to. But still, even though it's muggy as heck outside, and even though it was like in the 90s yesterday, and even though I slept in my car and it didn't get below 80 degrees till like after midnight and it was humid and hot, and I feel sticky and gross and really want to go take a shower, and I'll do that soon. Despite all those things that I'm burdened with, I am so excited to have my first sip on this Tuesday morning. And my hope is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that you've got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Oh yeah, I'm at the Lukeby in Columbus, Indiana. Ryan said get a little, hold on, let me have my first sip. Hold on here, let me have another sip. I mean, honestly, that first sip tasted a little bitter. Hold on, let me have another sip. Let me get in the right mood, the zone. Still wish it was hazelnut, but I'm thankful for what I have. Let's see. Let us see. Oh, the little fan you said. Yeah, no, I was thinking about that this morning. Get one of the little blowers that people use for their strollers that they attach to the stroller and have it blowing on their kid. I could have that going. I wonder if that air movement would make it a little easier. I wonder what you could buy one of those cheap little fans for. It's going to be hot the next couple days. It could provide me. Does my car have air conditioning? Yes, Yami, my car does have air conditioning, but I do not have the air conditioning running all night or the car running all night. That would seem odd to me. That would seem odd to me. Menards has portable fans. I noticed a Dollar General is in this parking lot. I wonder if they have little portable fans. I wonder if you plug it in, or is it battery charged? How do these portable fans work, I wonder? I guess they could come in a variety of types. Maybe could get some cool colored ones. Could be fun. A Columbus, Indiana bus is going by. I've heard, and I'm not sure, that the buses in Columbus are free. Does anyone know? Does anyone know? Is anybody here from Columbus? Maybe look at Rural King too. Justin, I don't plan to do a whole lot of shopping for the best possible fan, but I appreciate that. Rural King's kind of a nice store. Reminds me a little more of a rough version of the store that I went to up in Appleton. Farm and Fleet, or Fleet Farm, I think they called it, in Appleton, Wisconsin. Fleet Farm. Well, kind of a neat store. Like, they got a fishing department, and you can buy like little baby chicks. You don't know if any of the buses are free in Indiana. I'm not sure. I thought I heard they were. But either one way, one went by and they had the Cummins engine logo. I think it was the Cummins engine logo printed all over the bus, made it look kind of friendly. Okay, somebody said the bus is free. Yeah, that's what I'd heard. I mean, if I was desperate to be a content creator, if I was just a typical content creator, that's probably what I'd do. I would ride the bus all day. Wouldn't that be fascinating footage? But instead, I drink coffee and talk to you. Again, there's a little waterfall behind me, right there. And I anticipated that would have been a very good fishing spot just downriver from that little rapid area. Might be. But I tried and I did not catch anything. Looks like a good fishing spot. I mean, I don't know if there's fish in this river. I would imagine there are fish in this river. I would imagine there's probably smallmouth bass in here. But I do not know. I need to visit Hope. It's a surprising little town, 15 minutes away. Which direction is it? I have the day off today, guy. I was planning to go up to Franklin. I've enjoyed my trips to Franklin. I'm loving Columbus, but part of me loves Franklin as well. Wonder what goes on in Hope. I'll bet you there's a coffee shop. Is there like a community pool or something one can do when it's 95 and humid? Yeah, if we could get Frank into Franklin, it would be otherworldly. We got somebody on from Columbus, Ohio. We have somebody on here. Whoa! Hold on, there we go. Wait a minute, we got a little too much sun. We got a little bit too much sun. Absolutely. Somebody, this is not coming from me. Sometimes I'll be reading a comment, and I don't want all the people of Hope, Indiana getting mad at me. This is what somebody else is saying. Absolutely nothing goes on in Hope. There's shops on the square, but that's about it. Well, there's a square, and that's a little appealing. Guy said he's from Hope. Well, Hope, or guy from Hope, what do you say to this person that said there's nothing going on in Hope? I mean, granted, they sound a little negative. And if I were you, there's no reason to defend yourself or your city. And don't argue with idiots. So, guy, you don't need to defend it. But if you choose to, I'd like to hear your thoughts. Hope also has a little museum. Well, that sounds nice. Mackenzie loves the library in Hope. Oh, I'm not going down to Hope, Arkansas. Somebody told me that Hope, Arkansas is where Bill Clinton was born. I don't think I voted for Bill Clinton. I did not. Time goes quickly. Bill Clinton is not a young man anymore. And when he was running for president, he was a good mixture of kind of good old boy charm and political smoothness that was very appealing. He was a good speaker, he was. All right, guys, continuing to sing the praises of Hope, and I believe you. I believe you. I think a lot of these towns in Indiana are nice. Seymour, I mean, maybe Seymour has nothing. Maybe Greenburg has nothing. But I know Franklin does. Columbus, Nashville. And again, I have a free day. I'm planning to go to Franklin. How was my day after the show yesterday? Well, let me see. After the show, I went into Graham's Coffee. I edited some videos, I think, for about an hour. I went to the gym, worked out, showered, went to Starbucks, did a couple hours of work there, and then went to my own work. Justin is originally from Seymour, and he wants us to know that John Mellencamp was born and raised there. I mean, it would be hard for me to go and not be humming Small Town the whole time I'm there. Or Jack and Diane, doing a little ditty about Jack and Diane. Two American kids growing up in the heartland. You know what I mean? His music is so, I don't know, iconic or memorable, or again, it would be hard for me to go. It'd be like hanging out in French Lick all day and not thinking about Larry Bird. I should visit Nashville. Guy, I did visit Nashville. And you know what my struggles were with Nashville? I wanted to date there. I'm a happily divorced man. But either way, one of my wives would have fulfilled my need there. They would have shopped at these cute little shops. I would have kind of walked around grumbling, maybe bought some candy or something like that. And then we could have gone to lunch. But without a woman, you better like shopping, men, if you're going to go to Nashville, Indiana. It's very cute, very touristy feeling, but adorable at the same time. Just a ton of little shops. Carmel is the nicest place in Indiana. I've heard that. I've heard Carmel's one of the nicest places in the Midwest. I could go up there. Do I feel lonely? No, I miss my kids terribly, but I don't feel lonely. And I'm torn on that because there was a job listing at a bar in Naperville, Illinois. And I wanted to apply. I saw it during the night. I got an email about it. I still have a search set up for various things in various areas. And I got an email about a job as a bartender server at Jackson Avenue Pub in Naperville, Illinois. And I went, huh. They got really good burgers up there. Be close to my two older kids. Granted, they have busy lives, don't want to go to the playground with their data. But it'd still be really nice to see them now and again. And I got two little ones that live too far away right now, and I miss my kids. I don't really feel lonely. I mean, I miss my kids. Does that count as lonely? You've been to, you get great burgers and fries, but small? You mean the bar is small? Because the burgers and fries aren't small. You get the Diablo. Oh yeah, you do. Or at least I do. Somebody wants me to tell them the story of my divorce. That just doesn't sound like a fun story, Cap One. That's a real strange question for you to hop on and say. Tell us the story of my divorce. No, I'm not going to. And anyway, I've been divorced twice. I need to be a little taller. The sun needs to rise a little more, or something needs to happen so that stops happening. Or I just let it go. I just let it go. It's God's light shining through me at you. shining through me at you. Pamela Sue, thank you so much for following the live creator. Oh. Hello, Sally. Is that a green screen? No, it is not, but it is pretty here. It is real pretty here. Minus this blinding ray of sun. This blinding ray of sun. Norma says, good morning, darling. Good morning to you, Norma. How are you? You knew one of the bartenders at Front Street and he opened Jackson Avenue. I'll tell you, that's a neat bar. It's a neat bar. You're right, it is small. I mean, it's just a bar, I guess. But they did it right. They decided to say, we're going to offer awesome hamburgers. We are going to offer awesome hamburgers. And that's going to be our thing. And it's really enough of a thing. Hello from Florida, Chicken Dumpling. I see that little picture of you on the side. I saw that little picture of you on the side. When did I start doing, hold on here. When did I start doing my morning show? I mean, the very first, I like to think it's got a 7-year history, Coffee with Ken. But it wasn't a morning show at that time. It's kind of becoming what it is, but the very first Coffee with Ken was done like 7 years ago on Saturday. It used to be a weekly thing. It's gone on and off. I was doing like a 3-minute talk every morning just to a camera and then posting it, and viewers were growing, and I don't know, I just started talking and people started watching. I don't know why it is, but it happens. So I keep talking and people keep watching. It's really quite fun. I mean, I don't know if it's fun, but sometimes it is. I thought my Sunday one was really nice with the church setting behind me. I thought it was really pretty. But then today, hold on, let's mix it up a little bit. Let's go over here. See how it looks this way. I don't know if I like that either. We could try it for a little while. Maybe it's cool, but now those rays of sun are blinding me in the side. So how are you guys doing today? Hey, Julie Flanagan's in the house. Welcome, Julie Flanagan. How are you today? Cheers to you, Julie. Oh. I kind of want to go back to the other angle, but I don't know how I can do it without blinding you guys in the sun. Oh, you sent a heart me. That's so nice. Somebody said, can't caught a break. I don't know what that means. I catch breaks all the time, first of all, Steve. But I think you want to say you can't catch a break. With the sun, I mean, that's the thing with the sun. It's there. Unless God blesses us with some clouds, it's going to keep being there. It's going to get higher and hotter. And it's going to be a sweaty, sticky day. AI summarizes this morning's talk as a casual chat about life, divorce, and moving to Naperville. Join the conversation. I'm not really chatting about divorce. Somebody asked me to tell the story, and I said no. So AI, correct yourself. I wasn't talking about divorce. Where am I? I don't know, Amber. That just doesn't sound friendly. You didn't say good morning. Are you a troll, Amber? I mean, you sound hostile. You are a troll, Amber. Come on. Why do you do that? Why don't you be friendly, Amber? Well, just by your question, I could tell. Where are you? Oh, good morning to you. I'm glad you're on my show. Let me tell you where I am. That'll be awesome. Am I considering going to Naperville? I mean, the thought crossed my mind. It would get me closer to my two big girls, and that would feel good. My second daughter's senior year in high school is coming up, and it'll make me, I'd like to see as much of her cheer season as I can. Certainly the competitive cheer, but even her cheering at football games I enjoy. She's a really good athlete, and she, I don't know, just really cool tumbling runs. And flips and flips and flips and then springs. It's pretty cool. I've always loved watching my kids compete, and I would like to be there as often as I can, and living down here, it might be hard. I don't know if I like this angle any better. I don't know if this angle is doing a darn better thing for me. Oh, that's nice right there. That's beautiful. Oh, well, there it goes again. But you know, maybe just pop my head there. Maybe just not even worry about it. Maybe slouch and let the sun. Try not to worry about it. Try not to worry about it. Or again, just look at it. God sending us a message. God is telling Amber to get a life and stop watching my show. That's what God's telling you, Amber. It's kind of pretty here. Do I like any sports? Do I like any sports? I do. I do like sports. Not a ton. I mean, I like golf. Oh, it's interesting. I'll bring that up. I've had opportunities come my way in the last week. I've been here, I think, 5 weeks now. And I've met a ton of people, I mean, almost every day that I've been here. But in the last week, I've gone on a date. I had a guy reach out wanting to go golfing that I'm kind of interested in playing. He says he's a 10 to 15 handicap, so he's much better than me. And he's only been playing a year, and I'd hate that because he'd be better than me and he's new at the game. But it'd still be fun to go play golf with somebody. Seems like a decent enough fella. And I've also had 2 people reach out with job opportunities in the area. Talked about it a little bit yesterday about, am I looking for a job? No, but I'm not looking for a job, and I'm not looking for a girlfriend. But I'm keeping my eyes open to both. And as those opportunities come across, come in front of me, I'm going to be open to them. And it's kind of neat. I was chatting with ChatGPT, as I have a tendency to do. And they were talking about like these 2 job opportunities were really important to me in my rebuilding of my life. And I go, no. I mean, neither of those could develop into anything. Very likely those will just go away. What's important is that I generated 2 new opportunities in the last week from being me, from doing my show, from being out in the public, from talking to humans, from being friendly and outgoing, and myself. And I'm doing the right thing, and I'm creating opportunities, and I'm putting opportunities in front of me, be it as far as dating or career or housing or hopefully seeing the kids soon. And I think I've always tried to control life and thought I could control life and figure it out and get the right answer and crack the code or solve the puzzle. But I think a lot of times you got to put some things in God's hands, and things will come to you when the time is right. Thank you, Julie Flanagan. Yeah, but again, neither of the jobs am I holding my breath on. It's nice to not be totally desperate and have work to do and money coming in. That certainly helps. There's been a couple periods over the last 6 months where I had no money coming in, and I felt like frantically searching, you know what I mean? And I'm sure we've all been that in some capacity. Somebody asked me earlier if I was feeling lonely. And I said no, but I miss my kids. But I'm sure probably a lot of us after divorce are feeling lonely or rejected, and we're trying to find a man or a woman or a partner in life and in love. And I think that's hard to do, painful to do, frustrating to do. And if you're out there doing the right thing, I think life comes to you. We have a glorious audience today of 89 people. Hello, Hagen. Thank you for sending the heart me. Thank you for sending the heart to me. How are you? You became the number 13 fan in the fan club. It is peaceful. Again, this isn't a real big river. I mean, it's, I don't know, maybe 40 feet across or so. But it's nice just being by the water as it goes over the dam. Tone Cap 1 shared the live. Well, thank you, Tone Cap 1. I get people sharing lives to me on from time to time on TikTok. I don't know that I've ever hopped on a live that was shared to me. Oh, wait, it's Capone, like Al Capone, with an O? What do you mean with an O? Where's the O? Oh, it's not Cap 1? It's Capone, you're saying. So why do you have a 0? Or is that a capital O? And are you Tony? And if you are Tony, why aren't you Tony? Why are you Tapone? I mean, Tone. I think I like you as Tone Capone. Or Cap 1. I like you just the way you... Holy smokestacks! Wow. That was awesome. Did anyone see that? I don't even know what that was. I looked like King Tut for a minute. King Tut. King Tut. Do you guys remember Steve Martin on Saturday Night Live in like 1975 or 6 or 7? I think that song got, really popular. And it was like a top 10 hit for a while. That was cool, Julie Flanagan. I think the uniqueness of it, if everybody was sending me a King Tut head all the time, might lose some of its allure. Am I still taking my fragile pills every day, twice a day? Lynn, I am I'm at Lukaby Coffee in Columbus, Indiana. Samantha, thank you so much for following the live creator. What are some common challenges in midlife fatherhood? Well, for me, my challenges are different than a lot of people. Mine are just seeing the kids. As a divorced dad, seeing them and financially supporting them are my biggest challenges. Loving on them like I'd like to love on them. Coping with FaceTime. I was talking to my little girl via FaceTime yesterday, and she rolled over, and I saw her belly or back, and I just wanted to give her a Zerbert or tickle her, and I couldn't do that because we were just FaceTiming. Those are that's by far my biggest challenge. Being financially supportive has been challenging as well, but I'm doing my best. So my challenges are different than a lot of people as far as that goes. I think being a divorced dad is hard. I think a lot of divorced dads get thrown under the bus. And I can't tell you how many times I've heard, and honestly it's usually from women, saying that their dad wants nothing to do with their kids. And I just hope the women aren't telling their kids that. Even if they think it, they better not be telling their kids that, because I'll bet it's not true. I'll bet you the divorced dads want to love on their kids, because I know I do. But it's harder than most people think. Will I be able to visit them soon? The problem is, Legendary, I gotta make it happen. It's not just all of them live far away. It involves taking off work and scheduling and hotels and stuff like that, and that kind of sucks. And it's not the same. And so that's what has me kind of torn between loving Central Indiana and committing to it and not. And I bet if I committed to it, got a nice apartment or home, I could have them here, and it'd probably get me closer to them by putting down roots here. So it's kind of got me torn a little bit. How many kids do I have? I have 4 beautiful kids. 4 beautiful kids. Eve, Augie, Morgan, Aaron. Say it backwards, as if I'm on the field sobriety test. Aaron, Morgan, Augie, Eve. Actually, that was kind of forwards to me. Erin's off to her mother's cabin up in northern Michigan right now. She's going to Bear Lake. Talked to her yesterday. She said it's her favorite spot in the world. I told her I'm going to come up too. Tell her mom that I'd be there this weekend. I know where it is. Wonder what would happen if my first ex-wife, she's having fun over July 4th and I show up. Hey there! How are you? Happy 4th of July. I'm here. Let's go swimming. I got my trunks. Who's up for water skiing? It sounds like I want to move closer to them, so maybe Columbus is not the place for me. I couldn't stand Central Illinois, though. Good morning, Red Man. How are you today? What age? Tony Capone asked, what age did I go bald? I would say 28, something like that, 29, late 20s. It started thinning. It wasn't a good look, so I shaved it. Red Man misses me. Red Man, you know you were on thin ice yesterday. You were engaging with trolls on my page, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I had a troll saying mean things, and you started asking him about it. What if, all right, hold on here. I move back towards Naperville, like maybe to Downers Grove or Plainfield or St. Charles. Well, out of curiosity, Chicken Dumpling, are you still in Florida? And I'm not sure why I would move to St. Charles or Plainfield or Downers Grove, like just towards. I mean, that's pretty, why not just go to Naperville? Or why not go anywhere? I guess I'm wondering why you want me to move to St. Charles versus Naperville. Oh, I know you're from Naperville. Okay, so you're here. So you thought I was tired of Naperville? Not overly. I mean, it was expensive. Julie Flanagan told me I had to leave and move to Wisconsin. I grew up in Downers Grove. Plainfield's not super exciting. St. Charles, I mean, they're all fairly expensive. I could move there. But okay, at least I understand, because you said like towards. And then you got me like 99% of the way there and stopped in Plainfield. I wouldn't be super excited about living in Plainfield. Lynn said Naperville is expensive. It is, Lynn, but so is St. Charles, so is Downers Grove, so is Plainfield. So is living anywhere right now. Am I at Lukaby this morning? I am, Delilah. I wanted to sit outside, and I was a little frustrated with the volume in the downtown area. What's keeping me from returning to Naperville and putting down roots with the kids? My kids don't live in Naperville. How about that? Lukaby used to be First Financial. You're so glad they put a coffee shop with a nice sitting area. Yeah, isn't it cool? They made it a really cool coffee shop. Have I been to Indianapolis? Not recently, but in my life I have. My first wife, she of the Bear Lake Cabin that I might show up at this weekend, And I went there for some work conference 20 years ago or something. I heard Indianapolis has changed a lot. I think when I was there last, it was really nice, but I hear it's like high crime now. I look like I have the sweetest soul. Well, thank you. I think I have a sweet soul. I'm tender. I cry. I feel. I hurt. Delilah said very high crime in India. That's horrible. Oh. So, it's Tuesday morning. Oh, what's keeping me from putting down roots closer to my kids? Well, a lot of things. And I don't know that I need to discuss it too much with you, but they don't live next to each other. They live 200 miles apart. Do I enjoy jambalaya? It's your specialty. Yes, I do enjoy jambalaya. It's tasty. Oh, it's really tasty. Might not be good today. It's kind of hot and muggy. Oh, try it. What is my favorite kind of cuisine? I would say Italian food. Yeah, I'd say definitely Italian. Again, my favorite food is lasagna. You know how you're often asked, you might be filling out your like password and they have these like little questions. What's your mother's maiden name? What city were you born in? What was your first pet's name? What's your favorite food? Lasagna. Ah. Have I spoken to the woman I had a date with since the date? I don't know. It was 2 days ago. Yes, I've spoken with her. What is my favorite coffee? It's the pumpkin spice. It is the pumpkin spice. Have I ever been outside the U.S.? Yes, I have. I've been to Mexico several times. I've been to Canada a handful of times. And I've been to Scotland a few times and to the Caribbean several times. But outside of that, I'm not a huge traveler. I don't really have any great desire to travel a lot of places. I got a lot of work to do right in here and in the Midwest. Yeah, Stevie, we are at Lukaby Coffee still in Columbus, but I wanted to try something a little different. I don't know. The alarm going off yesterday at Graham's Coffee was just too much for me. Will I mod the Kia Soul? No. It's perfect the way it is. How long have I lived in my car? I don't know. I thought you guys should be keeping track of that. I remember when I moved in, I said, what's the over-under? I think I posted a video. How long will I live in my car? How much has changed since I moved in? I was living in Champaign, Illinois. I was working as a server bartender. I moved into my car because I wasn't getting enough hours and was spending far too much money on my kind of crappy little hotel I was staying in, and decided to go into my car to see how it felt. Lost my job a few days later, and have been in Columbus for about 5 weeks. So that was probably 6-7 weeks ago. It's been 6 or 7 weeks. Does Luca B do free refills? I don't know if they do or not. How many cups of coffee do I drink a day? I don't know. I don't overly worry about it. Coffee doesn't do a heck of a lot. I can sleep with or without coffee. Yeah. You remember the video after I got fired? There was some rage there. Oh, there was some rage. Yeah, well, you're talking about when I got fired. That was a different incident. But yeah, no, that hurt. That hurt. I'd invested emotionally in what I thought was like a real... Somebody was hopping on going, oh, you should get a stable job. I don't trust employers at all. I thought I had a stable job and got let go after 6 days. Yeah, I don't trust employers at all. And I think you look at my career choices, a stockbroker is a very independent job. A realtor is not officially employed by a company. And waiting tables I've done a ton in my life as well. None of those are really employer-based jobs where you are putting your trust in your boss and your company. You're putting it on yourself. And I'm not saying it's easy to put it on yourself. If anyone's ever had a small business, most of them fail. But I don't trust employers. They can be mismanaged. You can lose your job for whatever reason. And I emotionally got tied into a job that I took in Champaign, even though I didn't like living in Champaign, but was let go after 6 days, and that hurt. There was some rage, there's no doubt about it. Hope Float says, then open a company. You have a lot of inconsistencies. What do you mean, Hope Float? What are my inconsistencies? Hope Float, you've been on here since the beginning and you've said nothing positive towards me. And I've tried my best to ignore you, but I ignore you no more. You are gone. Enjoy your life. Bye-bye, Hope Float. Seriously, I've been on for about an hour, and Hope Float hops on every 10 minutes or so and says something a little negative towards me. I don't need it. I don't need it. People ask me for advice all the time. Don't hang out with people that suck your energy. Don't do it. Get them out of your life, whether it's online or in person. I'll tell you what, when you take a job, you're forced to work with people that you might not like or suck your energy or you don't want to be around. Ooh. Ooh. And maybe I get too connected to other people's emotions and feelings. Get them out of your life. Do it. Have I seen the new Riverfront project? Is that what's going on by the Upland River, or excuse me, the Upland Bar. Is that what's going on by the, I mean, I drive over that bridge quite regularly. So if that's the Riverfront project, I know what you mean. Chicken Dumpling said, I hope you can figure out a way to see your kids soon. I think that would bring me so much joy. It would. But I'd like it to be more than a couple-hour visit, Chicken Dumpling. They're all quite far away. And yeah, I'm working towards that. And I'm doing my best to focus on financial recovery and financial support because that's the chapter I'm in right now. But I appreciate your thoughts just the same. The one by Mill Race, it costs $3 million. Okay, well, I'm not talking. I'm not talking about the one by Mill Race. I don't know the one by Mill Race. I'm just thinking the one by that Upland restaurant or bar. Rosella, good morning to you. Thank you for hopping on. How's our audience today? It's glorious. We got 121 people. We got 2,700 likes. I know I've gotten a King Tut. And I know I've gotten a sombrero and mustache. How am I? I'm a little sticky. I worked last night. I left my work and it was so hot and humid out. It was not ideal sleeping conditions. Hello, Chipbot. How are you today, sir? Rosella said going to be in the 90s here. Yeah, no, it's supposed to be like 94, 95 here. And humid. Got no use for that. There's a community pool at a park in Columbus called Donner Park. And that might be somewhere I could go today. I don't know if I feel like hanging out with 1,000 screaming kids at a pool, but it'd be nice to have a nice place to cool off. You know what I mean? And I think you do. I don't trust the lid anymore. It's falling off. Look at that. The problem is with these paper cups, you know, they kind of get tattered around the top. They don't hold the lid on it very tight anymore. Oh, well, thank you. Somebody sent me a little flurry of hearts. What else do I have for you today? What else do I have for you today? Stevie said a lot of hot moms will definitely be at the pool watching their kids. I'm just curious, Stevie, is there any reason you think they're going to be particularly hot? You mean hot as in because it's 95 degrees and humid? Or are you saying like drop dead gorgeous moms are going to be at the pool today? Like it's hot mom day at the pool. Must say I like the way you're thinking a little bit, Stevie. Have I been to Anderson Falls yet? Yes, I have. Can you swim at Anderson Falls? I mean, I don't know if that little river's clean or not. Seems like a pool, kind of like the Blue Lagoon sort of thing that I could go in and wallow like a hippo. Yeah, no, I don't think I'd swim in it either. Probably won't swim in this little creek either. Although downstream from the moving water makes it seem cleaner, and I'm sure moving water is probably cleaner than like stagnant bog type water, if you know what I mean. You guys want to see our little waterfall we have? I don't know, can you see it? I think you can. I'll show you Lukaby's. That is a former bank, and this is the patio where I'm sitting alone at. And I think it was a perfect spot for me to do my show this morning. Sarah O'Hara said the divorce hot moms will be working. That's true. Yeah, divorce probably sucks for women too. I saw somewhere on Facebook, somebody was asking a question in one of these Columbus groups about a park here in Columbus, Indiana. I think it's called Pence Park, like Mike Pence, the former vice president. And there's a bunch of people there, and people were wondering if they're homeless and should they bring them water bottles and this and that. And apparently there's a park somewhere here in Columbus, Indiana, with a, somebody said they're on their way, Ken. Are you really on your way? I mean, I don't know that I'd be excited just to meet some random person from my show today. But if you are on your way, I'll say hi. We can say hi and high five, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. As a matter of fact, the guy that I might golf with this weekend or in the next few days, I mean, I've never met him. What if we don't like each other? Do I have my wallet on me? You need some cash? Yes, I have my wallet right here. Can I speak Indonesian? No, I cannot. Somebody said, wow, out in the open. My wallet? I have a feeling, by the way, that other countries have way higher crime rates. Way higher crime rates than the United States does. But somehow I think we're kind of wimpy here in the United States, and we talk about the crime in like Indianapolis or something. But I'll bet you, like somebody's talking about Indonesia right now, you go into one of these cities in Indonesia, they do not have their wallet sitting on the table like that. Because somebody will run up and grab it and take off. I will bet the crime rate in the United States is so much lower than around the world. Because again, somebody said, wow, that it's out in the open. Like somebody's gonna hop from a tree and grab my wallet and take off. Would I ever travel to Iran? I mean, I have absolutely no desire to I mean, it sounds so hot. Would I ever? I mean, I better have more of a reason than we're currently at war with it, and we're bombing it, and it's hot and sandy. So, given that we are currently warring with Iran, and it's probably really hot there, I probably would not travel to Iran. Am I against the concept of visiting the Middle East and traveling around, not at all. Are there probably a lot of great people that live in Iran? I'm sure. And there's probably beautiful things to see there. But right now, going to Iran isn't high on my list. Your best friend is Iranian and hates it and is glad to be in the U.S. She's gorgeous. Cool. Who do I support in the World Cup? Well, if you've been watching for any length of time, you know my favorite team is out, Scotland. So now I'm supporting the U.S. I saw Germany lose to some South American country, I forget who, last night, on like penalty kicks. I'm running low on water. Stay hydrated today, my friends. Oh yeah, I'm at Luca B Coffee. I was just having way too many people come up to me in downtown Columbus. It was distracting. I wanted a quieter place. It actually feels pretty pleasant here right now. We got a little breeze. Obviously I'm in the shade and it's, I don't know, 8:30 in the morning. What is that van behind me? I don't know, Chase. Are you really concerned with a van behind me? What is the temperature here? I don't know, but I'm going to guess 77, 78 at this time. On its way to maybe 95. Have I ever tried fishing in this river? Yes, I did, a couple times. Did not catch anything. I didn't try very hard, but I'm not sure. I mean, there must be fish in there. I was using a plastic worm about that long looking for smallmouth, and I did not catch any. But yeah, I have tried fishing in the river. But did not catch any. That's nice. I am close. Columbus is currently 80, feels like 86. I told the audience I hadn't fished in Indiana yet. I guess I'd forgotten. They do not call it catching, Sarah. That is true. That is true. And that's what's neat about fishing. And that's kind of a metaphor for life. You know? You're not always winning or catching or... You're casting. You're casting a net, a big net, broad net, casting a new lure. You're looking for something. You're exploring. You're keeping options open. But you're not pulling in fish left or right. What is my plan for the day? Currently, I'm planning on taking a drive up to Franklin, Indiana. It is a amazingly cute town about 25 minutes north of here. Exploring that town a little bit more. I think between Columbus and Franklin, I just think this whole area is really, really neat. Again, it's green, it's got trees, it's got fields of corn and soybean and gently rolling hills. It's just so pretty here. Have I ever fly fished? I have fly fished. Been a long time. I had a fly rod as a kid, and fly fished a little bit, but I don't know much. I was in Yellowstone a couple of years ago, right now actually, at this time and fly fishing is huge there, and it's some of the best fishing in the world, and I did not fish at all while I was there. What do I do for a living? I work really hard. I try not to define myself by my career these days. I used to do it, and then my career would change and I would feel confused. I think a lot of people, probably men more so, define themselves by their career or their marital status or things like that, and then things change and it can send us off into a mental spiral that honestly probably leads to a greater increase, or a higher occurrence of drug use, homelessness, and suicide amongst men than women. And I think it's probably because men are define themselves by certain things that are changeable in life. And I think that's probably the allure to faith and Christianity and spirituality, in that if you have faith in a higher power and Jesus Christ being the, God giving his only son for your sins, and believe in that, I think those foundations are very strong if you believe in it. But if you don't, I think, again, if you define yourself by your career or your marital status, and I've done both. I've been a realtor or a happily married father, and both those changed, and I didn't know who I was anymore. If I go to Seymour, I'm welcome to a home-cooked dinner with your family. Well, that's very kind of you. If you had a swimming pool, I'd be there. Or a lake. Again, gets me back to going up to Bear Lake in Michigan. But I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. I haven't been to Seymour yet. There was somebody suggested I go check into a hotel in Seymour during this hot period. Even low-price hotels cost $70, $80 a night, and that just doesn't seem prudent financially to me right now. Do I have a Speedo? No, I do not have a Speedo, but I did buy a swimming suit recently. It's not a Speedo. But we have a great audience, and it's been a great show. You guys like this setting? I bet you do. It's kind of pretty with the trees behind, the sound of the water, the sun rising. I might come here again for my show. Would I consider a men's hostel or a halfway house for what? Would you consider a men's hostel or a halfway house? How many hours of sleep do I get a night? I don't know. It changes. Dawn said it is pretty and quieter. Can you live with me? No. You love the water sound? Yeah, no, it is pretty. Last time you wore a Speedo was in the 80s. And then you go to some countries and it's only Speedos. It's all about the Speedos in certain countries. I'm going to wait. I'm 57 now. I'm going to wait till I get a little older and a little fatter, and then I'm going to bust out the Speedo. And the only question is, what color will it be? And I'm thinking fuchsia. That'd be pretty sexy. That would be pretty sexy. Tone Capone thinks a bright pink. Well, that's similar to fuchsia. Fuchsia's funnier to say. Oh. So I don't know what else I have for you today. But we've had a glorious audience. How's our audience today? We got 114 people watching. That's pretty darn glorious. On this warm last day of June 2026. I am looking forward to my day. And, Johnny Angel has rules about Speedos. He only does yellow with his Speedos. But again, we've had a glorious, glorious audience today. And I want to thank you so much for hopping on this Tuesday morning. I go live pretty much every day here on TikTok, I guess. I was going live on YouTube, but until they fix the sound issues, until they fix the sound issues, I'm probably not going to go back. But I appreciate you guys so much for joining, and hope you're having a wonderful start to your week, that you had a Chicken Dumpling loves me on TikTok. Well, thank you, Chicken Dumpling. Thank you. Oh, a cool breeze just came in and it felt so nice. JD, thank you for hopping on. Chicken Dumpling, thank you for hopping on. I am not at Anderson Falls. I'm at Luca B Coffee in Columbus, Indiana, the bank location. Just finished a cup of coffee and looking forward to my day, and I hope you're looking forward to your day as well. Again, I want to thank you so much for joining today. And again, hope you're having a great start to your week, a great night's sleep, that you are feeling good, that you are loving yourself, that you are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.